Hello guys, welcome back to StitchPop for Kids, and today we are working with
yarn
and burlap.
Yes, I went to the store today. I was looking for other things too, but I came across this burlap, and look at what it has on it.
Glitter!
It's shiny burlap. It's glittery burlap. So
it's beautiful burlap.
Yes, and it's perfect for a first project. There's lots of holes. It's easy to put your needle up and down, but you can make little designs on it with yarn. You can use other thread, like but yarn's really nice.
Swirls and letters, or like a heart or star. There's plenty of things that are not too complicated, but are like pretty easy. First, we cut the yarn that we wanted.
We've got yarn that we want. So what do we need to do this? Are we just going to stick yarn through the hole? Oh.
Yeah,
that doesn't work.
That might not work.
It doesn't work.
Need some type of needle, but I don't know what.
So these are sharps needles and quilting needles. Do you think those are going to work? Can you get your yarn through the hole?
I think they're a little bit too small. Our yarn is pretty thick.
Yep.
I think
you're right.
And you said they were not yarn needles?
They're not yarn needles. But I thought I'd illustrate, because sometimes it can seem overwhelming. What needle should I use? But really, it's just common sense.
It's not working.
This little needle is for thread. It's not for yarn, because you simply can't get it
thread
through
is
the eye of
so
the needle.
Much.
This needle right here. Can you get your yarn through there?
Yeah, probably. Okay. It looks pretty big.
You can take one of those. Just take it out. There you go. The other nice thing about yarn needles is they're not quite as sharp as the others.
Yeah.
You should always know where your needle is.
Yes.
That is like the first rule of needle safety. Always know where it is.
Yes.
Yes. Because you know what'll happen?
You'll lose it, and then
your foot will find it. Your foot will always find the missing needle. Now we're going to thread the needle. So we're just going to carefully try to get the yarn through the hole of the needle.
And try not to make it unwind or anything.
You can do it by poking your finger, kind of pinching it between your finger and pushing it through. That's one way to thread it. Or sometimes I like to do the fold over, because then you're not, sometimes with this method, you can make the thread of the yarn all raggedy on the end. So sometimes I fold it over and pinch, and then put that little fold through. It depends partly on what kind it is, but sometimes that protects the yarn a little bit better. That's just, there's lots of different ways to do this. Yarn you could probably just make a knot with. Just tie a knot.
There we go.
You got a knot? Okay.
It won't fall out of the burlap.
Okay. Want to give that a try? Which one are you going to try? Your foot's gonna find it.
I thought it dropped.
You can find it. It's alright. That was classic timing, by the way. Okay, so we've got that one threaded.
Yes.
What shape are you going to do today?
I think I'll do my letter because I want to do something that's not too complicated, but it's not just.
Yeah. And it would make a
random.
cute little wall hanging, wouldn't it?
Yes.
If you have a J, and that would
Yes.
look nice in your room. You could put a
Yes.
little frame around it. Or
Yeah, or you could put it on your
you could
door.
put a ribbon around
Yeah.
it. There's a lot of
plenty
things.
of things. you
Yes,
could do.
so you are going to make a J.
Yes,
I was going to try making a spiral. So it's just kind of going around and around until the end in the middle.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be cool. It would look cool, but also it wouldn't be that hard for other people to try.
So you're finished with your stitch. What do? Because if you just finish it off, it'll probably unravel. So you're gonna go through the back, and you're gonna go up. Then you're gonna go through some of the previous loops you've made. So don't make them way too tight to where you can't get through them, but not too loose to where you're just it's just gonna unravel the whole entire thing. And make sure your tail doesn't get stuck in it. That's all.
My stitching is all done, and now I'm preparing to finish off the edges to frame the picture and also make sure that the edges of the burlap are not going to ravel over time. So I have cut strips of heat and bond. I've used the really strong kind so that it will stick to it, and then I'm going to iron on some ribbon. So I'm going to make sure that this is about 1 inch from the edge of the stitching, like that. Then I'm going to put something on top because burlap isn't really ironable. So I'm going to put something on top to protect the burlap and the yarn. And then I have an iron, no steam, medium heat, and you stay about 2 to 4 seconds in each place to bond this on. Okay, let's see if that worked. You can kind of feel it, and it's not coming up, so we're good. All set. The next step is to peel off the paper backing off of these strips and then attach the ribbon. As you can see, I have cut my ribbon. I have not attached it yet. I peeled the paper off of the heat and bond so it's clear. You can see it shining there. I cut my ribbon. I cut it on the diagonal so that it won't ravel. And it also kind of makes the corner look cool. And I placed it on top of the heat and bond where I want it. Now I'm going to cover it with my cloth again just to protect the burlap and the yarn. And then we press it on each edge. So that's going to attach the ribbon to the burlap. So it makes a nice edge.